Hello, hello, hello. Hi guys. How are you all doing? In today's video, we have a story time video, which is really cool because I have made story time videos, but I think I've made two or three story time videos. So the series is not that long. So after a lot of months, or maybe almost a year, definitely more than half a year, I'm making another story time. So you can ask me why I stopped making story time or why don't I make story time. First of all, I have that kind of insecurities when I think like people would not give a fuck about my story because who am I? Like I'm not a famous person, so why would people give a fuck about my story? And yeah, that's the reason why I don't make story time videos and I focus on other topics. But 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 I'm making story time video now. uh, and why? Uh, I'm making storytime videos because I wanted to. I don't give a fuck if anybody watches this video or not. I'm making this video for me because I really thought like it's been a while since I didn't make storytime video. So I have a great story, and you can be sure 100% all of the stories that I tell in this series are 100% true. Not even slightly they are false or upgrade. They are not upgraded story. They are first of all 100% true. When I say 100%, I mean 100% true. Like, not like I can say third I was for example, I can say I was 15 years old when I was 14. Like that kind of 100%. All the information I give is 100% true. So yeah, let's start the video. So today's story is going to be how I my first time watching porn. Really interesting topic. Now, when was my first time watching porn? And I think I do remember my first time watching porn. And I think it was the end of 2022. I think I was almost 14 years old. Yeah, I'm kind of late bloomer. So yeah, I'm kind of late bloomer. So then suddenly that time I knew about sex, and I think I would have known about sex before that, but before I would say the 2 years before that when I knew, I was really focused into gaming. Like like I used to game almost all day, so there's not any time to know anything. I used to game all day, and then there was a moment where I didn't did gaming all day, and then I had to figure out some shit. And I would spend my time on YouTube, and then when I was spending time on YouTube, I knew about sex. Um, I remember first time when I learned about sex, I was confused that do you put penis inside of a vagina or inside of asshole? Like that was my real concern. Like, do you put penis inside of a vagina or asshole? I couldn't figure it out. And then I found out, at first I thought they're putting penis inside of asshole, which is anal, but I didn't knew that. The real reproductive sex is when a penis goes inside a vagina. So then I figured out of that. It took me few minutes, few time, but then I figured out that. And then when I learned about sex, I also learned about porn. And I can be wrong, but I think my first time watching porn is a Japanese porn. The girl had a really big boobs, and two guys were sucking the boobs. And at that time, I was really into boobs. I think the early kids, I think like the age 12 to 14, the preteens or early teenagers love boobs. I remember when I was early teen or preteen, I used to love boobs. For some reason, I used to love boobs, and I still like boobs, but they're not as much. They doesn't excite me as much as they used to. So obviously it was boobs, so I probably watched, and I think it was X and XS. It was no, it wasn't Pornhub because I think Pornhub is banned in my country, and I didn't know how VPN works, so maybe I couldn't go to Pornhub, but I did found X and XS. I still sometimes watch X and S porn, but yeah, the the first experience is always really surreal. So I remember I watched like two guys sucking off a girl's big Japanese girl boobs, and I at that time I never felt this way. I never felt this way. Um, I never felt this way. It was so weird. I was kind of feeling hot, and I was kind of feeling like high temperature, and because I never saw something like that, so that was my first time seeing. Obviously, now it's really common, or but I didn't see anything like that. I was like, oh man, this is good. Uh, yeah. So that was my first time watching porn, and I specifically said which kind of porn it was. I'm not hiding anything in this story, 100% true. And obviously I want to make this video more larger, so I'm also going to share my first story of masturbating. And yes, so I think my first, when I started watching porn, I didn't used to masturbate, which is weird because I've never masturbated before than that. And I really didn't like the idea of masturbation because see, the idea of masturbation is really weird. Like you wank yourself off with your hand, you wank yourself off. That's kind of gay. That's weird. Why you're wanking yourself off? Like that's weird. So I first time I thought masturbating was weird. I was like, dog, this shit is weird. But then I was like, okay. Then a few months after I tried masturbating, I was like, oh, I'll try it. And my first experience of masturbating wasn't good. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't good. It was weird because I didn't knew how to rub your penis. I think I burned my penis off because I rubbed my penis like really hard. So when I rubbed my penis very hard, it got hot. Like again, I've never felt something like that at that time. I was like, this experience is not good. Like first time I tried, and and obviously, and I was like weirded out, and I was like, I think I masturbated without watching porn. Yeah, I, so yeah, I was kind of weirded out, and I don't know. First time when I was like masturbating, I was so urged to come, and I was at first I got tension. I was like, why I'm not coming? And by that time, I've never came before. I never ejaculated before. I'm like, why I'm not coming? And I was like, my penis is hot, but I'm not coming. But then when I go to a second time, I came, and it was the weirdest feeling ever. It wasn't like pleasant feeling. It was a weird feeling. I'm like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Uh, I was like, what the fuck is this? When I first time came, I was like, this is sticky, this is weird. Like, what the fuck is this? And to be honest, my first time of masturbation wasn't good. So because my first time of masturbation wasn't worth it or good, I didn't masturbate for a few days after that. But after like 4 days, I've tried again, and that experience was good. It's crazy to think because my first experience wasn't good, but my second experience after few days or 4 or 5 days, it was good. So then I started masturbating every day, every day, and I don't think I've. Then I stopped like few months ago because I used to do the camp of boxing, but I still masturbate to this day, and I don't get. And now I'm masturbating, yeah, regularly. I'm masturbating regularly, and obviously don't search, you don't need to search Google, uh, which is crazy. I think my teacher, she was 23, 24 years old, grown ass woman. She didn't knew shit about shit. She didn't knew that there's nothing wrong with masturbating with there's she didn't knew there was nothing wrong with masturbating every day. If you're a teenager watching this, a lot of elders would tell you there's masturbating is harmful to your health, but that's not true. Yeah, if you work out, if you're an athlete, then masturbation may slow you down. Yeah, masturbation can slow you down, but slowing something down doesn't mean it's bad. It just relaxes you. So when you're relaxed, so that's how slows you down. And masturbating is not bad. So which surprises me is that um, my teacher was that's wrong with my country. Like in my country, people don't talk with facts, they just spit out bullshits. And 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 when I confronted her about it, I was like, teacher, I have learned about it. I've learned about it that there's nothing wrong. Google says there's nothing wrong with masturbating every day. Uh, and she said, "Oh my God, no!" But blah blah blah, adult shit. But no, this not. But she didn't had any proof. And to be honest, and that time I really act really mature. I could have been like, "Oh, you are fucking saying bullshit." I easily could have been like, "Oh, you're spreading some bullshit." But I didn't say anything. I was like, okay. But in my head, I wasn't like, okay. But to not, because I didn't want to continue, because I don't want to speak to a person who literally gives no source and just says bullshit. So she was saying bullshit. And I was like, okay, I don't care, because I could milk that conversation more, but it would have been weird. And she was my teacher, so yeah, I don't know how to. I don't care. I'm like, okay, I'm wrong. Like, even though I'm not out wrong, like I agreed. I'm like, okay, I'm wrong, but I wasn't in my head wrong, because I was studying and I don't want my study to ruin and this conversation keep going, because she would not agree that she was spreading bullshit. So it would be a mess situation. So I was like, yeah, fuck off. Yeah. So yeah, that's my story of my first time watching porn, first time masturbating. uh yeah, I guess thanks for watching this video. I did story time after a long time, and it felt good, to be honest. I'm grateful to be alive and make another story time video after half a year or 1 year. Yeah, that was good. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. Watch my old videos, watch my new videos. I make cool videos like this. uh Share this video with your friends, probably not family. Obviously you are not going to share this video to family, but if you have an open-minded family, then go ahead, share this video with your family. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Stay good, stay healthy, stay happy, and peace out. Bye bye.